Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Neureal Hangout. We're welcoming you back the second week in our ramp up to our token sale. We're hoping that we can fill up an hour tonight, but that's the max or this time. I guess it's not in the night for some people, but this is the max time that we will be going, but since there's only two of us right now, we might cut it a little shorter. So hopefully some people join in and help and have some questions for us. And I think we got some online questions possibly to answer and stuff. So the next event is, let's see, when is it, Jen? Do you remember? It's next week, of course.
Don't know.
The next hangout is, let me look at the calendar. It is January 17th at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you calculate that, that's GMT minus 7. So 7 o'clock a.m., which would be 24 hour at 7:00, January 17th, 2018. We'll be doing our next hangout. Okay, so all right. I want to introduce myself. I didn't really do that last time in the last hangout. I'll do that this time. My name is Will Bound. I am one of the three founders of Neureal. We started the project 4 years ago. I've been working on it since then. So I am the chief architect. I came up with the prototype. I wrote the prototype code, but I had help of Jordan Miller and Brock Wood. We together we architected a lot of it, but it's grown and morphed since then, of course, over 4 years. Anyway, we're looking to finally get the code off the ground. There's a lot of interest in the project, so I'm here kind of carrying along, being a steward of the project. We've carried it on those 4 years. I've stuck around. So that's who I am. I'm a developer, 25-year developer. Worked on $1 million products I've created, multi-million-dollar products. Just trying to create, my future projects. I'm really interested. This Neureal is a stepping stone for me towards greater systems and integration, intimacy with machines. And I think it's the next step of our human evolution, or whatever experience, probably a better way to put it. Next step of our human experience. Not really evolution. That's more for the organic people. So anyway, so that's me. I want to introduce Jen. If you haven't, I guess she introduced herself last time, but maybe Jen, you can go a little more detail about why you're interested in the project this time, since we're the only ones here.
Absolutely.
So go ahead.
All right, I'm Jen Grayson, and I've been involved in the project since last spring. Came on as a writer and really got involved in the project because I felt like what Will had to say needed to be put out into the world. And so I brought my writing experience at the beginning of the project and then became acting CEO July 1st and bring experience of running a multi-million-dollar life insurance company. And then for the last decade, I have spent being involved in intellectual property with a lot of New York Times bestselling authors, serial entrepreneurs, and business executives. So I am very good at taking a project from the ground up and being able to really put systems into place that can operate without my involvement or anyone's involvement. And so that really, I've been able to give the project a lot of structure and forward movement. And I really I love the project because of what it has the capability of doing as far as impact for every industry. I continue to see everywhere that Neureal can touch and expand and grow. And that's what just continues to excite me about the project.
Yeah, okay. Sweet. Well, thank you, Jen. I'm glad you're here. You kind of spearheaded this whole thing, taking on the role of the CEO in the project. I couldn't. That's something that I really had a hard. I couldn't do, even though I won the Texas Bitcoin Hackathon in 2015. One of the requirement was that I put on a token sale back in 2015 within a year, and I couldn't pull it off. I just didn't have what it took. And so when Jen decided to join the project, that's like changed everything. And so I'm really glad that she's here. And she's brought this project to where it is today. Where it's we're actually on the road to doing a token sale that's successful, and so I'm really thankful for her. So all right, so that's us. So the next thing is let's kind of get updated on the project since last week, and maybe add some things we're currently working on. Jen, why don't you talk about some things that you think, if there's anything that you can think of that we're working on right now or whatever. You're kind of, yeah.
A couple of big ones are Will and I sat down and we went through our roadmap and were able to put together a visualization of that to really kind of give everybody an idea of what Will and I have been talking about for the last several months, as far as we knew what the next steps were and what the minimum viable products look like. But we really wanted to give everybody a visual of that so that they could look at dates. So now we have a roadmap that I think has gone up in the Telegram group. Will, if I post the link to that now, does it stay in the Hangout?
No, you have to do a special thing to get it to show up on the screen or something. I bet you can chat on you can actually chat. There it is. Just try it.
There. Okay.
If it stays, it'll stay.
All right, I'm going to put it there, and then we'll at least have it.
I can see it.
So can you? Okay, good. Mm-hmm. So the roadmap gives us, and I'll just kind of talk through it. I know we won't be able to look at it, but everybody can maybe pull it up. But it talks about Neureal 0.5, which is where we are right now. And then we move on to the token generation event, which happens March 1st. And then Neureal 1.0 is the prototype. And then on to 2.0, which is, all right, I got to zoom in because I don't have my reading glasses on. The Neureal 1.0 happens July of 2018. 2.0 is April 2019, sorry. 2.1 is July 2019, and then the public release of Neureal 3.0 happens March 2020. So the roadmap has a little bit more clarity on each of those items, and everybody can kind of take a look at that. And we are very interested always in answering questions for everybody on any of those items that we can go into. Some of the other things that we've done, we're in the middle of creating a task list for the community, some ways for everybody to kind of join in and help with the outreach, posting about Neureal, finding articles that are happening out in the universe that kind of talk about Neureal. We've found some really great articles recently, and so that's been able to increase our visibility. So we're putting that task list together, hoping to have that out in the next week, I think. I applied to a Unicef grant that was available for blockchain and artificial intelligence projects that are doing humanitarian work, specifically ones that can will have an impact in children's lives. And as Neureal is a massive humanitarian project, we fit for that really well. So as that submission comes together, I'll share with everybody what that's looked like. And we're looking forward to getting to work with some of those bigger organizations like UNICEF, and IBM has a couple grants that are going out right now. So we've really been looking at the global outreach that's happening right now. Obviously, we've been interested in some of the natural disasters that have happened lately, and really want to figure out how we can best apply Neureal to what's going on. So those are kind of the things that have been top of my list this week. What else, Will?
That's awesome. It's great to hear. Let's see. For me, let's see. I'm trying to kind of keep everything together as far as the marketing. There's a couple different things we're doing. We have an event we're planning for the 30th. So we're going to be speaking there locally here in Salt Lake City. I mean, in Utah, actually. There's that, and then there's let's see. There's a new person, Brianna, who is working at the university here, and she's going to get. We're going to try to get Neureal actually accepted at for her project, or for a project that the university can, the students there, the data science students can work on. And so we'll have, hopefully a group of people there who, who basically try out the predictor side of the platform. And so they're going to create some, like the first beginnings of our MVP1, which is the cryptocurrency trading bot. And so they're going to start out like with some predictors. I'm not sure where they're going to go exactly, whether they're going to use the default prediction architecture, strategy, which is the DPS, which is what I came up with. So I came up with a particular strategy for predicting to use, but they may choose a different one. So I'm not sure, we're getting in those talks, and hopefully that comes through. And we have a team, working on that at the university for Neureal directly, which would be awesome, because that'll help jumpstart us as far as getting with that before even our token sell, to get some actual traction in that area as far as the programming goes. So I'm really excited about that.
And Brianna's,
yeah,
she's committed 400 hours, right, already to the project, is kind of where she's at?
No, we need to get it okayed and authenticated, the project. So she's kind of waiting on me right now, actually. Excuse me, to get the, I was hoping she'd show up so she could talk about it.
I know.
But anyway, so I'm filling out the information as a potential project for the students to work on. So so that would be awesome. It would be like around 400 hours worth of student work. So that would be great. And they could, I would be their mentor through the whole process. So plus they can, anyway. So it would really help. It would be a really great way to kind of jumpstart. Plus, if it works out really well, she said she was willing that she would stay on with us and kind of be one of our development community managers. So, which is what I'm really, really excited about. So that was really a good meeting that I had with her the other day. So that was really great. But other than that, I've been just kind of trying to manage like the people and do as much as I can as far as like helping people to move forward with the marketing. And I'm trying to offload as much as I can so that, well, I've been doing a lot because I understand the architecture. So I'm the only one that really understands it like really, really well. I mean, Jordan understands it pretty well, but I understand on the deepest level, but I've been whiteboarding a lot lately, trying to explain. We've got Ashley Newton. She's in the process of writing more detailed documentation so that people will easily be able to go with table of contents and whatnot, and user stories. Like, this is the technical, like, if you want to actually use Neureal, like, this is how you do it exactly, right? And she's going to have a little blurb about how to get our prototype working as well. So that'll be really, really nice, like going through the steps and the problems so that it'll be easy, a lot easier. I mean, we've got pretty much what we need on the website to get it going, but she's going to make it even more easy to understand. So that's another thing. So that'll be nice. So, as far as handling the technical side, so I whiteboarded the architecture to her and to Kyler, who's our new community manager. So he's working out really well. If you do see him on the Telegram, he is, he's ramping up, trying to understand the details so that he can answer the questions to the same caliber as me and Jen. So, I'm really excited to have him help us out. He's got a lot of passion for the project, and that's really what we're looking for. It's really important to us for that. So we've been doing that. Anyway, I'm trying to get all these things going so that I can jump in with James Alton, and we can get in and work on the actual contract code. So I'll be disappearing at some point here, hopefully soon. I mean, I'll still come do the Hangouts, but hopefully I'll be more concentrated on actually developing the code for the contract. So we're responsible for that. Me and James are responsible for that, and we're gonna do some really awesome stuff there, hopefully. So anyway, that's where I'm at.
And a couple of conversations this week with teams about the website. So hopefully new website coming in the next couple weeks, hopefully is our plan. Yes. So
we need a facelift. See this face? Yeah. And you too, Jen. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
I'm kidding.
Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. That was I thought the lighting looked really good for me today, so I was hoping for the no facelift jokes today.
Yeah.
And yes, our website desperately needs a facelift. So thank you to everyone who has given us the great feedback on our website and who's been willing to endure our website to find the white paper and all the items that are on there. So we have new content coming for that. We've come up with a lot of really great new content and are really looking forward to get to share that with everybody and spin that up so everybody can take a look at it.
Okay, so let's get into the question and answer. Just so everybody knows, if you do watch these again, or you want for the next Hangout, if you want us to answer a particular question, make sure that you go to the you want to anywhere you can post it anywhere. Just put hashtag our limitless future as the hashtag and answer the question and then the hashtag. I'm going to do that again. Hashtag our limitless future.
Good job.
Anyway, thank you. So ask your question and we will try to answer it on the Hangout if we can. So I'm going to look at Twitter and. Anyway, if we actually have live viewers, hopefully they're doing it as well. Let me check our Telegram and whatnot. Jen, maybe you can look and see if there's any you see as well.
Yeah.
We can just kind of look around for questions. Okay.
And hopefully everybody will love getting to watch us look up things while we have all this.
I'll look on Twitter. If you want to look on, we need. I wish Kyler was here because he could look on Reddit really quick.
Great.
Hey, our limitless future popped up to the top.
It did?
What?
Is there anything good in there?
No, no questions on there. Not on Twitter.
Oh, dang it. All right.
I know. We love answering questions, so please ask them. All right. Nothing on Twitter. I can look on Reddit.
All right. I got nothing on Facebook.
Okay.
But I did see a really great AI something or other flash up on my screen when I first pulled it up. I'm bummed that it went away now.
Oh. Well, we have tons of stuff going on. Oh, that's because we posted a bunch of stuff on there.
Oh, so it's us talking to each other?
Yeah, I need to upvote. Everybody, if you can, try to upvote all of our channels. So we have a lot of channels everywhere. We're posting a lot of content. So if you're interested in the project, want to help us out right now, probably the biggest thing you can do, if you've already joined our Telegram. Oh, by the way, join our Telegram if you haven't. The link is right on the website. It's Neureal. It's hard to spell. Nobody gets it right. Kind of like my last name. It's Neu. It's like neuron and real put together. So if you can remember that, it's neuron, like a brain neuron, and real, REAL, like it's real. It's not fake. So Neureal, Neureal, and somebody put a link up there.
I did just now.
That's the link right there.
It's actually that way.
Oh. Okay. Oh, this virtual space. Okay. Right. Okay, Neureal. Neureal. If you join the Telegram, we'll post up different articles we're putting up, and you can check out our social media. Just try to like it and comment if you have comments to make and get the conversation started. So anyway, that's probably the best thing can help us out. But okay, so I am looking at it and I see 0 comments on the /Neureal channel on Reddit /r/Neureal Neureal. And anyway, upvote if you can.
We'll have lots of comments for next time.
Yeah, hopefully. So, all right. No more comments? No more questions? I'm just going to say last chance for questions in the Neureal chat here.
Okay. We've had a lot of really good interaction going on in the Telegram community lately. That's been wonderful to see.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I agree. There's lots of new people coming in, a lot of interest in what we're doing. Jen, maybe since we don't have any questions from the community, maybe you have some questions that you would like to ask me.
Yeah. Oh, I have all kinds of questions to ask you. Let's see, I sent you 25 of them this morning in our Telegram chat. I don't have any questions for you. I should have come up with some. I don't have any questions for you.
You don't?
No.
Oh, we forgot to mention our legal side. So we found a new lawyer that I think is going to be amazing for us, and I really believe that we're gonna like really, how does he call it?
Revolutionize? How about
we're gonna like the icebreaker. We're gonna be right on the forefront of some unique kind of stuff with that. Coming up with some stuff that's going to be not revolutionary. That's it, but at least at least unique in the
new. Yes, new and different, and solves, I think, is a solution to a lot of the problems that people are up against right now with regard to the SAFT and how that's working. And as, oh, that's one. I'm part of the Brooklyn project, part of the team that is looking at how we can continue to be leaders in the space as all of these new ICOs are coming in. And so there's been a lot of conversation in that, just to kind of dovetail onto what you said about us finding a new lawyer and what these new documents are going to look like. That's been really fascinating to be part of that group that got started by Convergys, and really being able to see the conversations that are happening in there with regard to regulation versus education, and how we can all kind of move forward as leaders and come up with some best practices. And Will and I have always believed that that's really important, that we get to be kind of a guiding organization that is always moving forward with best practices. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so to remind everybody, our next event, I guess we're running out of stuff to do here. I don't know, unless you can think of anything, Jen. I mean, we could talk about, I could actually talk about something with you while we're on air, so people can kind of see a dynamic of like what we do kind of behind the scenes a little bit, at least for a little bit. There was something I wanted to talk to you about that we didn't get a chance to, and it was kind of like that conversation that we had about where we came up with limitless, like the idea of limitless.
Yeah. Is this the DAO?
Yeah, DAO.
Okay. Tell me.
I mean, you kind of know a little bit about that because you were first introduced to it, I think, at the Barcelona conference that we went to in Barcelona.
Yes.
Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency or blockchain.
Coin agenda. Yes.
Coin agenda. Yeah, that's right. Yes. That Michael Turpin put on. So you that was when you were first introduced to it, right? And you were really excited, and you were gonna like try to integrate a lot of it into the for-profit company. We talked about that a bit. You remember all that? Yes.
All how the DAO can just start to automate so much of what we do as businesses, as companies, and just to really leverage the power of it. And I loved it. I got really excited about a lot of the things that I found that we can begin to automate.
And so DAO stands for those who don't know, it's decentralized autonomous organization. Is kind of, or there's a lot of like different variations on that. Like could be decentralized autonomous corporation, or DAC, or decentralized autonomous community, like, right? So there's a lot of like variations on that, but the important part is the D and the A. So the decentralized is very important, and autonomous is very important. So the autonomous is the automation part. Decentralized means that there is no central control of that automation. And so the automation itself is distributed throughout the system. And this is probably the best example out there right now that's really obvious and working and in the public is Ethereum. So Ethereum is the best example of that. Bitcoin is that as well, but it's so simple. It's just the money part. Ethereum adds a lot of complication to it. It makes it very obvious. You can write a contract where people get paid automatically. It automates the payment process, and so that in different ways that are a lot different than in Bitcoin. I mean, even though Bitcoin does have the capability, some of the capabilities that Ethereum has, Ethereum takes it to a whole other level. So Ethereum is a really good current example of that. That's the power that you saw, Jen, when you
Yes.
when you you can automate a lot of those processes. You can, and the decentralization means that you don't have to rely on any like particular third party to do those functions. Like it automates and runs on the blockchain, right? So it's not you're not hiring a bank, for instance, to or hiring a company that's like an escrow company or something, right? You're not hiring a people to do it. You're using a system, an automated system that executes and does that thing for you, right? Right?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes. Yes.
Sorry
Right.
if I'm losing everybody. I get off on the thing, but anyway, I'm trying to just get some background so people understand where I'm going to go with this. So, if you haven't read about a DAO, it's a really powerful thing. That's really the basis of it. It's about the automation and the decentralization. So, anyway, okay. So, the thing that I wanted to talk to you about, and this is something that is unique to Neureal in the kind of DAO landscape or DAO, concepts and ideas, is it's the idea of an intelligent DAO. Okay, so Mike Hearn, first came up with this. I read about, he was kind of the first person that I read about DAOs about, and his idea was this idea of a car that it owns itself, like a self-driving car that owns itself.
Okay.
So everybody knows about self-driving cars. Lyft is you can
yes.
Why don't you tell a little bit about Lyft? Because you know a dude there, right? And they're doing some stuff down at CES.
Yes. So Mike Johnson over at Lyft, he posted the other day that they are at CES. They have their self-driving cars are there, which I kind of bummed me out because my favorite part of Lyft is the connection with the driver. But I'm very excited to see what Lyft is going to start deploying as far as adding the self-driving cars in with that and how they can leverage that with everything else that they're doing. So if you're at CES right now, go find Lyft and go hop in one of their self-driving cars.
Yeah. Who's going to do it? I'm going to do it. I want to do it. I wish I was there. I wish I was there to jump in that car and take a lift. I mean, I want to do that so bad. Yeah. I met the dude at the Crypto Castle. Well, I didn't meet him, actually. I think I saw him, but I saw the car. The guy at the Crypto Castle in San Francisco, who, where all the OG original gangster crypto guys are hanging out, right? So it's this house in there, and this guy was in the garage, was actually built a self-driving car on his own. Some guy, just one dude like me.
All right.
I can't remember his name, but anyway, I saw that car. It was pretty awesome. So, but I've never driven. I've never been in a self-driving car, and I want to do that really bad. Okay, so so that with that in mind, so now that's happening. I mean, it's real, right? This stuff's happening. Lyft is doing it. Anything.
Yes.
Yes. Now think of our conversation we had the other day about you can replace Lyft. It's one of the things that trying to help people understand what a DAO is or a cryptocurrency or whatever. You can replace Lyft itself, the company, with a decentralized system. Because it's just an app. At the end of the day, Lyft is an app on a phone. Right now, the architecture is that there's a servers, that Lyft owns these servers and this sort of gateway, right? But if you change that, all decentralized applications, what they are physically is they are applications, software that runs on devices all over the world. That's what they are. They're not some magical thing that people back in the back room are controlling and everything. They're actually just software. So instead of having a centralized server, like a cloud, and like Google, where you have an app on your phone, and then Google has the back end part where they, have all the data and everything, right? A decentralized application, there is no back end. That's the actual physical difference between it. So there's just no back end. So everything you need is in the app itself that you download. That's a really important thing.
Yes.
To understand. So that means you download the app. That's all there is. It's just this application. So imagine that for Lyft. So instead of Lyft, it's like DAO Lyft, or something, right? You download it and it runs on your phone, but that's all there is. There is no company. So it's everybody that does that, downloads that software and runs it. It actually runs the system. There is no Lyft, right? So imagine that. Okay, now combine that with a self-driving car,
That's
right?
pretty
Try to
awesome.
think about that.
Okay. Yes. All right.
So what if this decentralized system that's just these apps that run on people's phones actually controls this self-driving car?
That's pretty cool. Okay. I like this.
So what does that mean? What are the implications of that? That you're a science fiction writer, Jen. What are the
Oh, man.
implications of that?
Well, we begin to have a complete organization, a complete organism that is autonomous, because now you have the self-driving cars that don't require a driver to be on shift, and the car is going to be just responding to the requests from users that are using the app. You already have the application inside Lyft right now that's already telling you where to go. You're already using Google, which is creating all of the Google Maps, which is creating all of the directions. And I'm already automatically paying for my drive at the end of when I get to my destination.
So who's managing all that?
Well, right now, there's Lyft that has the developers that are continuing to develop, and you have the drivers. So those two components right now are critical to Lyft's current organization.
What about this new organization? Who's managing it?
So it would be, well, it depends. If it's open source and you have developers that are going in and maintaining the whole organism, then you have that being managed.
Well, developers, they maintain the code, but they don't maintain, for instance, the car.
Right. So we need someone maintaining the car.
Who's maintaining the car?
And we need riders. I don't know.
There is no company.
Designs self-driving, right.
So who's maintaining the car?
The self-driving car is taking itself to Jiffy Lube? I don't know.
Yeah, see? That's why you're the CEO of Neureal, because
right.
The CEO of Neureal needs to be able to see that far, see that.
Yes.
Because that's what's happening. It's a self-driving car. It can take itself to Jiffy Lube.
I really need that right now. That would be really helpful.
But how does it pay? Who's paying Jiffy Lube?
There would be some sort of smart contract that the self-driving car is going to have with Jiffy Lube, so that it can use the money that is being generated from every time it drives someone somewhere. Some of that money is going to be allocated to upkeep and maintenance of the self-driving car.
That's right.
And it's just going to be automatic. It's going to know every 3,000 to 5,000 miles that it has to go to Jiffy Lube, has to spend that money, has to get its tires rotated, oil changed, all of that. So it's just going to happen like clockwork.
It's just going to drive up. The people at Jiffy Lube are going to be like, here comes like Jess or Bessie, here's Bessie, we know her. She's a little quirky. She beeps when she beeps her horn when she comes up.
Yes.
Beep, beep. And that's Bessie, the self-driving Lyft car, that bought a something to put on the top, or something. She sent a message because she's an AI or whatever to send a message. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, the reason why that connects, I'll finish up here, but that's kind of what I want to talk about.
I love it.
The reason why, how that connects with Neureal. Whoa. How that connects with Neureal. How that connects with Neureal is that Neureal will provide the prediction side. Okay, so the prediction is the component of intelligence. It's the key component to intelligence. So, like LeCun, that's what LeCun said. At Facebook. And the reason why it is because prediction gives you the power to change the future. and to try out different possibilities. And so an AI that has access to a highly predictive, highly accurate prediction platform like Neureal, because it's automated and because anybody can access it, that means that the car itself can access Neureal. So the car itself will be able to send its own data to Neureal and get predictions of that data back. And with those predictions, it can come up with strategies and help itself out in being able to solve problems that it comes up with or that it has in its daily life of being an automated Lyft driving car. So that's where Neureal fits in. It's a part of this ecosystem and support structure that that is available to these DAOs, to these systems that other systems out there that are using, like Ethereum. So on Ethereum, we'll be able to use Neureal, and people that write contracts will be able to integrate and use Neureal to get value and add value to those systems. And so that's how it fits. That's it.
I like it. I like it. And then
right,
Bessie's gonna know. Bessie's gonna know that on Tuesday nights she needs to be closer to the airport because there are 10% more people flying on Tuesdays than on Saturdays, and so she'll know she needs to be there.
There you go. Yes.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I don't. We already did. Yeah, we already finalized our stuff. So
Lorene says, "Can you see the questions I put in the YouTube chat? Did you see that?"
Oh, I can't.
They're in the YouTube chat though, not the Google chat.
Oh, here they are. No, that's what you. Yeah, I can't see them.
All right, I'm gonna respond to her.
They must be online here. I mean, they're probably online.
Okay. I'll ask her to repost them in the Hangout. But maybe we can save those for next time.
Oh, that was me again. That was funny. Yeah, I don't see them even on the. I can't listen to that while I'm doing it because
no, I know
because it's delayed.
That's what messed me up last time.
Yep. Okay, yeah, people are chatting on there, but I don't know how to. I'd have to pop out the chat. It says I can pop it out, so I just have to have popped out chat.
Okay.
So anyway, so we'll do that next time. So I'll pop out the chat next time so I can see it, and if people are there, then I can answer the questions. Let me just quickly. Yeah, those aren't. So next time I'll have to do that. I didn't realize that was going on. All right, so cool.
Yeah,
well, at least they're talking. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we'll add those for next time.
Yeah, and
next time is the January 17th at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So hope to see more of you here, and send us questions before the chat if you can't make it.
All right. See you later. Next time.
Bye, everyone. See you.